Alright, so for this assignment, we're going to draw create the program that I showed you guys a while ago, actually. This is the one where you click at a particular point, and we get this unit vector gets drawn here, but we also get the arc drawn, and up here we're recording the xy of the head of our vector, but we're also recording the angle in degrees right here, and the arc length, right, or the angle in radians, however you want to say it. What you're going to need here then is, you should have actually had a chance to look by now at the math class in the Java docs. So you're going to need, we talked about in some of the videos, the arctangent function. So you're going to have to pick one of these, right? Either atan or atan2. You want to think about that, because you're going to need to be able to click in all four quadrants to create your arc. If you click below the x-axis, you get a arc that shows up, see, with negative length. So it's considered negative length if you're going clockwise from the x-axis down here. And the angle is also considered negative in this case. Okay, so but you want to be able to click in all four quadrants. So you have to look and see which one of those arctangent functions makes more sense, and we talked about a little bit about that in the videos. For drawing the arc itself, you need the arc2D float class, and I gave you guys a lot of code on this just because this isn't a class we're going to be using a lot in this course. But what we do have, let me just show you the constructor we're going to be using is going to be this guy. And really this is all we do with this class, is use the constructor. And then there's a line to draw. But like I said, I'm giving you that code. So I filled in a lot of this stuff. Basically the way it works is you're drawing the arc inside of a box, and since we want to draw a circular arc, we're drawing it inside of a square. So there's an x and y coordinate, and a width and a height. And if you look over those in the code, they'll probably make sense. If you have questions, you can ask. We're starting at degree 0. So the angle 0 is basically means pointing off, due east in the positive direction of the x-axis. Okay, and then we curve around. So the start is 0 degrees, meaning this line, and then the extent is however far we have to go to get to here. But this is for the arc class, actually this is measured in degrees. Okay, so you're gonna you have to look up. Remember, for arctan, it says it returns the angle in the range of minus pi over 2 or pi over 2, and this one returns the angle theta by converting to polar coordinates, meaning this is the one that goes from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so the number you're going to get back from arctangent is going to be in radians. Okay, but we have formulas also for, and we have a method actually in the math class that will convert from radians to degrees. Okay, so you're going to want a field to store the arc length, however you want to store it, if you want to store it in degrees or in radians. But when you create your arc, this extent is going to have to be in degrees. Okay, and then when you draw your values here, you're going to need both. You're going to need angles, and you're going to need radians or arc length. Okay, so you need to, but you really just need to store one number for these two and convert between them, right? Should just need to. So that's that. For an extra credit, if you want, because another way that we commonly look at the unit circle, and we've seen this before in the videos on just how the unit circle is drawn. You could make a version of this that just that goes all the way around, so that the arc draws, in this case, an angle of 325 degrees, right? So it's going all the way around. And the arc length is measured from here all the way to here. Okay, so if you want to do this one, do the other one first, and send me both if you're going to do this one. But if you do this one, make sure that your angle and arc length values are matching up with what's on the screen. Okay, so this arc length, so you don't want negative values showing up when you're below the x-axis. You want a positive value that measures from here all the way over to here.